Hi, welcome to The Truth with Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 49 coming at you. Even though he was recently disrespectful to me with the Instagram picture.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how I just called you out on, I think, how you just farted right before we started the show.
No, I did that a few minutes ago. Episode 49. Best 49 of all time. Had a tough one. I don't like him. Chris Sale.
Okay. Our head stats guy, Coach Rob, reached out.
Did he?
Yeah, shout out Coach Rob. Number 49 was Alex Horkey.
Oh, Alex Horkey, for sure.
And number 48 was Brett Blondin. Okay. So can we do an honorary?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so honorary, number 48 is Brett.
Yep.
49 is Hork.
Okay, for sure.
And then if we get to 99.
Couple of good dudes.
If we get to 99, I'll take that spot.
Yep. 99, Wayne Gretzky. Debatable. Wild Thing Chutner.
Well, Gretzky and I are boys, so it's all good.
Yep.
Yeah, Wayne and I'll talk about.
You peed next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, that was episode number 38.
Oh, that's made up.
Yeah, totally made up. But nobody's going to check it. No fact check.
Yeah.
Okay, NFL Division Round. 5 most hated in Major League Baseball all time. He's current. Off the top. So MLB Hall of Fame, just a bit of controversy. Actually, I read something about that on the weekend. It's very interesting, right? Because you get guys like Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds and Kurt Schilling that, had Hall of Fame careers, just stats, but they're ass hats and big drug dudes. So the only guy who might get in the Hall of Fame is David Ortiz.
Yeah, I'll talk about him later. I don't really care about that Hall of Fame stuff. I really don't.
I agree. It used to be a bigger deal. Now it's not that big a deal.
I'll care in a few years when Cade's trying to get in. Other than that,
no, the big good dudes like, why doesn't Lou Whitaker get in? He has better WAR than all the other second basemen. Yada yada.
But that debate goes nowhere. There's no end result to that other than he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yep,
that's the end result.
Okay, 2 short tennis topics. Australian Open is happening. We're not going to talk about Novak's Djokovic. We're going to talk about the Canadian dudes. Hopefully, Felix and Shapovalov make a run.
I like playing tennis, but we're not going to. No, we spend about 10 seconds here on tennis.
10 seconds. Prison
8
rules.
seconds too much.
Okay, prison rules tennis is me and my boys that play tennis 12 months a year, outdoors, indoors, whatever. Last weekend, Isaac stepped up to the big leagues and played with the boys all weekend and had a good time. And he performed quite admirably. He's a little quicker than the older guys in the court, so he gets a lot of balls. But it was fun, eh?
I can't remember the last time I was the quickest guy on a court. Just usually that's not who I am. So it's nice to be the quickest guy. Also, the least technically sound.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, good dudes.
We'll run it back this weekend before work.
Yeah, we should. We'll get some video and throw that on the Truth.
The awkward pictures that you take of us are, I think, enough.
We need video.
Kevin and I actually had a conversation. We think that's enough.
Who?
Me and Kev.
Oh, no, we need some video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we need some video. NHL All-Star Game, real briefly, the only wing is Dylan Larkin. That's okay. In a few years, we'll be loaded with guys.
Yeah. Raymond was actually, I think, kind of close to getting in. Was he not?
I read that.
As a snub. I think he was considered a snub.
Okay, good. NFL head coaching jobs, we touched on it real briefly last week. Just there'd be a couple of interesting gigs, right? Raiders, Dolphins. The Dolphins gig is a pretty decent gig.
I don't think it is.
No?
No, I don't think it is. There's too much turmoil. There's too much Tua drama.
What's the best gig?
The Broncos.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, and maybe the Cowboys if they fire McCarthy. Can we segue?
Sure.
Look at that. Wow. Okay. So let's spend a couple minutes on the past games, right? So Niners Cowboys. Just want to say I called it.
Good call.
Completely called it. Not only did I have the Niners covering, I had them winning. Partially because I hate the Cowboys, but on paper, Cowboys are a hard-nosed, or the Niners are a hard-nosed football team. Yep. Cowboys are soft.
Dallas is soft.
And they got exposed. Now, let's just spend a minute. Well, we don't want to spend too long on the final play because time management is a little bit of an issue in Dallas. Wow. Go ahead.
So, for those of you that don't remember, Dallas, had to really make a comeback because they were crap for most of the game. Jimmy G almost threw the game away. He's poop, by the way, but the rest of the team
is not that bad. Jimmy G, I don't think he's good, but people are acting like he's, Drew Lock. He's not that bad. He's fine. He's a little below average.
Yeah, I was going to say 18.
But people act like he is abysmal, and I don't think he is.
I guess the problem is the rest of the team is so good. If he was average,
Well, that's the thing, right? Great O-line, great running scheme, great weapons, and they're barely like they were an underdog in the wild card round.
yeah,
Which kind of shows his value, I guess.
yeah. Anyway, it was fun to watch. I love watching Dallas.
So they trying to drive down the field. They ran a QB draw, and so instead of having
inbounds,
instead of having like 2 Hail Marys, they wanted one 15-yard closer Hail Mary, which I don't like.
Yeah, so they were at about the 35, and they ran a 15-yard quarterback draw.
Uh-huh.
I've got a scratchy throat. Can I clear my throat?
Unbelievable.
You talk. I'm going to clear my throat.
Man, I don't know if I can do this solo today. So yeah, I thought the Niners game was pretty entertaining. I was happy to see the outcome, obviously. Eagles, Bucs. Hurts got exposed there, right? The Eagles had a pretty soft schedule, and Brady didn't have his best game. The Bucs didn't have their best game, but it was good enough to beat up on the Eagles. You missed the Eagles game, just like you missed the past little bit of the pod there.
I missed the Eagles game. It's okay.
Didn't miss much. Miss much. Bucs D looked great. Philly offense sucked. That's kind of that game there.
Yes. So Kyler Murray, one of the worst interceptions you're ever going to see.
So we're going Cards-Rams?
Yeah. Just an unbelievably bad interception.
Shortest pick 6 ever, which is kind of funny.
Was it really?
Because Kyler Murray's like 5'3", so like that's just kind of the joke.
Was it negative yards? Like, did they catch it in the end zone? Or
no, it was like
1 or 2.
It was 1 or 2 yards, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do they fire their coach? Do they fire Cliff Kingsbury?
No.
There's a lot of talk about it. People hate him.
Why?
They kind of do this every year where they always finish really poorly, and then everyone's like, "Oh wow, Arizona's not good. They got exposed in the end," and then they just kind of run it back. I think you bring in a defensive guy there, right? I don't think you need an offensive mastermind when you. So
you bring in you say fire him and bring in a defensive-minded head coach.
Yeah, either promote your DC or get like Vic Fangio, the Broncos guy. I think there's some options there, but I don't think they'll fire him.
All right,
too big of a name.
New England, who looked really good during a lot of the regular season, now doesn't look so good.
I think the Bills played like a perfect football game.
Yeah, Bills played certainly very well. It's going to be interesting, right? The Patriots need Mac Jones to develop. They need a deep threat.
They need a deep threat badly.
Yeah, and they probably need to replace a couple of their older guys on defense.
I think Josh Allen, do we have the debate? Is he the most entertaining player in football?
Ooh.
So if we look at the short list, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, I guess Mahomes.
Mahomes is entertaining as hell, right?
So
what about your boy from the Chargers?
Herbo.
He's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, honestly, is like
Jamar Chase is awesome.
I think that Allen totally might be the most entertaining. I think I would put Lamar 1. I think Lamar is just crazy to watch. Yeah. And I never grew up watching like Mike Vick. So Lamar's 1. I think Allen's probably the second most entertaining player in football. Sorry, Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes still makes some plays.
Penei Sewell probably not up there, but we really like Penei.
We like Penei. Yeah, he's awesome.
So I think the Bills are really good. We'll talk about them later.
A couple of quick little takes from the first round. Ben Roethlisberger. Oh my gosh, he can't throw the ball. Walk away.
I said this months ago.
Yeah.
He's gonna retire. I said before it was cool.
He's terror horrible.
He's gonna retire.
Yeah, terror horrible.
And he sucks. And the Steelers are in a really awkward spot. I think really weird spot.
Yep.
Raiders Bengals. It was a fun first game. A little too much refs for my liking. It was kind of a
ref
show.
A lot of refs. Oh my gosh.
Did you see the Raiders interim head coach writing the letters?
Yes.
So the interim Raiders coach,
Bisaccia, what's his name?
I think it's Rich Bisaccia.
Okay.
There's a picture of him handwriting letters in the Cincinnati hotel room to all of his players.
Now, that was staged.
Okay, but still, that's so cool. I think that's awesome. And Carr likes him, and Crosby likes him. I think they have to bring him back.
You can't get rid of him.
No,
I think I read something. He's in the running.
Unless they get Harbaugh. I don't think Harbaugh's leaving. I really don't.
I haven't really read much about it. I just heard rumors.
He's not leaving. But if he were to leave and he went to the Raiders, they're taking Harbaugh over Bisaccia, right? That's just how it is. Okay, that's all the games.
Interesting. Okay, let's chat a little bit about games coming up. San Fran, Green Bay. So I've got a couple of takes on this.
Yeah, it's a weird one to start at. But...
It's first on my list.
Okay, it's Saturday night.
If only Jimmy G didn't suck, San Francisco would have a chance. They really got a solid D. They run the ball. Deebo Samuel, I knew he was good. Like last year, I started to see, oh my gosh, this guy's good. He's a beast.
Well, he's like Offensive Player of the Year. Totally could win that. I think they'll give it to Copper
He's
Taylor.
really fast, too.
He's really fast. He does everything.
Tough. I like him
And
a
he's
lot.
a good dude.
So here's the problem. Packers get David Bakari back, who's...
Who?
David Bakari?
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. That's tough. He matches up well with Nick Bosa, assuming Nick Bosa comes back and is healthy, which is a big if. Jari Alexander, did I say that right?
Wow. Jair. I
Jair?
think it's Jair. Yeah, Jair.
Yeah. Okay. One of the best cornerbacks in football. He's probably coming back. Just too much firepower on both sides. Unfortunately, the Packers win. We're not going to talk about the guy who throws the ball for the Cheeseheads.
Jordan Love?
We can talk about Jordan Love.
Jordan
You know
Love's
what?
getting the start.
If that other guy, gets beat up at halftime, like, in the Replacements movie with...
The State Farm guy.
The State Farm guy?
Doesn't he do a bunch of State Farm commercials?
Yes, he does.
Their quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, not Pat Mahomes, the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Jagoff. Anyway, he's probably the best quarterback in football right now. Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver.
Yeah.
They got two good running
Okay,
backs.
a Packers -6. Are they covering or the Niners cover?
I've got 27-20 Green Bay.
So covering. I actually have 28-20 Green Bay.
Why are you looking at my scores?
You wish. You wish.
Totally looking at my
I
scores.
kind of nailed it last week, so.
You did pretty well last week. We actually should recap that stuff just to know, but because I'm usually a lot more accurate than you are.
Actually, you're
and this
not.
is a big deal because I think, were more accurate last week.
Oh, so it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Yeah,
Okay,
we need to talk. We need to trump it up.
49 episodes. If the Niners, I was talking to Evan about this. If the Niners were fully healthy, Warner fully healthy, because he'll play. He's dinged up. Bosa, he'll probably play. He's dinged up. And Garoppolo's actually dinged up too. If they were all fully healthy, I think they really can beat Green Bay. They're too injured. Green Bay is too rested. You know what I mean? Like Green Bay is fully rested and recovering.
Oh, they're the healthiest team in football remaining.
Bills are pretty healthy, but I guess those are the two. So unfortunately, I have the Packers winning. That's Saturday night. Should be a good game. Hopefully, it's close.
So what's the Saturday afternoon game? Cincy, Tennessee?
Yeah, so we'll go to Cincy, Tennessee.
Okay.
I got the Bengals.
So, the Titans are likely the most underappreciated number one seed in a long, long time.
So the Titans are the number one underappreciated seed?
The most, yes.
Probably, yeah.
And you know what? I'm with you. I don't see Tannehill being that good. I know Henry's coming back, but...
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think he's probably, he's not
I think I read
active.
full contact practice today and he did well with it.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I wrote these last night. A couple of reasons. I actually looked at the weather. No rain. Shouldn't be too cold. Because that's actually a big deal. I think if it was a rainy, crappy day, it's just like Burrow and Chase can't get on the same page.
Yeah,
and Henry just
I have
runs.
Cincy over Tennessee, 30-28.
Man, okay. I have 31-27 Cincinnati.
Why are you
So I'm going to
looking
say
at my
mine
scores?
first. I'm going to say mine first
Man,
next time.
This is total... Okay.
But is what?
You're totally looking at all my scores.
I'm going to go first next time.
I'm going to have to create a new document that I don't share with you.
So I think this isn't... I don't even have your document, but Bengals Titans, I think on paper might be the worst game of the weekend. And it's an awesome game.
Yes.
And I really want to watch it. So
I agree with you.
maybe the best sports weekend of the year. I go round of 64 March Madness, and then
round of 64 March Madness.
I think this might be the second best.
That's when you were a COVID boy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. But didn't give it to me somehow.
Next game. What do you got? Rams Bucs.
Rams Bucs. So I just like my first sentence. Great game. Should be so much fun to watch. Bucs look solid. Is Brady the best player in the history of team sports?
Wow, that's way too big of a debate to have right now. I'll go
Brady,
yes.
Gretzky, Jordan.
I'll say Brady first, but that's a huge topic. I don't know.
Either way, here's how the Rams can win. Aaron Donald and Von Miller need to beat the snot out of the offensive line and put Brady on his butt. Right? Tristan Wirfs, who's their right tackle, dinged up. Ryan Jensen, their center, dinged up. If they can't go or limited, it makes a big difference. Matt Stafford needs to not throw any bad picks. So all those things need to happen in order for the Rams to win.
Okay. Who do you have? What's the score?
I do not think
Actually, I'm going first.
Yeah.
30-27 Rams.
Huh.
Yeah.
27-24 Bucs.
Okay, I like the Rams here.
Okay.
I think the Bucs are too injured. I don't think they can run it back. I think the Rams are at a high point. They just beat up on, the Cardinals, who are 7-0 or whatever to start the year. Odell is turned into prime Odell now.
Yeah, he's got to get his P tested and tell the world.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Odell looks great. Cup didn't even go off. Mm-hmm. Cam Akers towards Achilles last week.
Michelle and Akers are a good two.
Akers looked awesome considering I think maybe 5.5 months ago he tore his Achilles.
It's awesome.
And he looked great. He looked like I wouldn't have known.
Yep.
So I like the Rams to cover +3 and win. I really think that they can pull it off.
I've got LA running a conservative game plan, controlling the ball. Unfortunately, Stafford throws a fourth quarter pick.
Stop. I really want to see him win, man.
I actually do as well, but I think the fourth quarter pick, Brady comes back, leads the Bucs to a late touchdown to win it.
I'm bought in on the Rams. I'm bought in on Stafford.
Now,
he didn't even play
obviously,
great last game.
Tampa's injuries make a difference.
Big time. No OB, no AB, right? He's not injured physically, probably mentally.
His head is injured.
Yeah, Vontez perfect.
Yes.
I think no AB, no Godwin. Fournette. Actually, it's better if he sits. I think Fournette is no good.
Giovanni Bernard is actually decent.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yeah. Who's that?
Brady likes him, I guess, right? He's getting a lot of run. So I like the Rams here. And the weather's not too bad, right? It's in Tampa. So, because the Rams, I think, right, if they go at Lambeau the next following weekend, that's a pretty tough atmosphere. But this weekend in Tampa, warm weather, a dome team.
So you've got the Rams going to Green Bay.
Yeah.
For the semis.
That's a conference.
Yeah. And obviously I've got the Bucs going to Green Bay.
Either
way, Rams and Bucs, if they're not too injured, both of them are going to give Green Bay a run.
Unfortunately, I think I really don't want to see the Packers win, and I think that Rams and Bucs give the Packers a better game than the Niners do. Mm-hmm. I just don't think the Niners have the offense to go in a shootout. The Bucs can win a shootout. The Rams can win a shootout.
Yep.
I don't think the Niners can win a shootout.
I agree with you.
And the Packers will win a lot of games, have won a lot of games in a shootout. Mm-hmm. So it would have been nice to kind of see things shake up where maybe the Bucs drew the Niners and then the Rams played the Packers. Even if it's in Lambeau, right? Stafford's still got a chance. And
for sure.
He didn't go
Stafford's played a ton in Lambeau. He's more comfortable there than most guys.
This is the thing. Stafford and the Rams, for his first playoff win. Good for Matt. Good job, Matt.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Matt. He didn't have a great game. He played fine. He wasn't asked to do much.
They didn't want him to throw the game away.
I think that they knew.
It's the most conservative game that he's played since he became a Ram.
Yes, but I don't think we're going to see that next week against Tom. No.
Because they're going to have to air it out more because Brady's going to score some TDs. I agree with you.
And I think Stafford has one great playoff game in him, right? He has not had a great playoff game in his life.
I would love to see the Rams win the next two games, make it to Super Bowl. I really would.
I think Stafford has a great playoff game. And this is the thing. Tampa secondary, injured, old, no good. It's a couple young guys, but not very good. No. They do not have the bodies to run around and chase Odell
White
and Cup. Who Devin White. They've got a couple good linebackers.
He can guard everybody.
He probably could.
He's freaking amazing.
I think the Rams win. I'm really looking forward to this.
Good. Either way, it'll be fun.
Sunday at 3.
Yep. So Buffalo KC
game of
lots of
the
offense,
decade.
Should be spectacular.
Best game of the year.
Buffalo scored a lot of points when they played early in the season, right?
Yes, a lot of points. Yeah.
So no. KC scored a lot of points.
No, Buffalo won. Did they not?
No, yes, Buffalo won.
Yeah, KC. I'm right.
KC was on a roll.
Because this is when everyone thought, maybe the Chiefs don't make the playoffs. Remember that?
Yep.
Cute stretch for a couple weeks?
Yeah.
This was during that stretch, I think.
That's funny. Anyway, so two spectacular offenses, lots of weapons. I actually have KC winning 34-31.
Okay, I got the Bills winning.
Oh, okay, good.
34-33 Buffalo. So look, I'm not a huge. I'm not like pick the upset. I have.
Well, these are all close games, right? Like
That's
the
the
spread
thing.
is.
Yeah.
What's the biggest spread? Green Bay 6 or 6.5.
I think Green Bay's at 6. Yeah. I have the Bills covering +2 and winning. Maybe it's just because
can't argue with that.
Maybe it's just because they looked unbelievable last week. Their defense looked phenomenal, right? Like their back end and they got a solid pass rush.
Yeah, and who's that running back, multi-purpose guy who was pretty awesome?
For Buffalo?
Yeah.
You talking about? Well, they have Devin Singletary's around.
Singletary was good. No, KC's guy, McKinnon.
Oh, Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, he was good.
Returner, running back.
Yeah.
He's good. But you know what number he wears?
1.
I don't think a lead running back is going to be able to win a big game with number 1.
Actually, I agree with Brady. I don't like all this messing around with the numbers. I like knowing, okay, if you're wearing in the 50s, you're a linebacker.
Well, it is goofy to see, like, that's
7 on the defensive line.
Yeah, like, I think it's weird, and I think a running back who's number 1, he's only a change of pace guy. He cannot be your go-to, right? It's just not happening. And look, the Bills' defense, I think it's going to come down to, in this shootout and whatever, I think it's going to come down to who's getting a stop. And I do not trust KC's defense to get a stop. I trust Buffalo's defense to get a stop.
Okay, be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'm
this
assuming
is Sunday,
like they're both going
6:30.
to lots of going for 4th down because you got to score touchdowns.
It's gonna be a 2-point conversion, hopefully a 4th down kind of thing. Like both teams, you can't win with field goals, right?
Yep,
That's why I have stupid numbers, 34-33. I don't know. That could be because they missed a couple of 2 points. Like I have no idea.
Go for 2.
Yeah.
Goofy stuff.
This is not the Chiefs' year. This is not the Chiefs' year, and the Bills are the best team in football right now.
What's Reed had a funny quote? He's like, the Super Bowl is like a piece of chocolate cake.
Yeah, Andy Reid. Chocolate cake. Yeah.
So you eat a piece of chocolate cake, and then that's winning the first Super Bowl. And then there's another piece of chocolate cake sitting right there. What are you going to do? You're going to eat it. So he wants another Super Bowl. And he's a big fat guy, so that's
Andy Reid likes his food and
he likes his food, yeah.
Have you seen the video of him doing punt, pass, and kick when he was like a 13-year-old?
Yeah, he was like 6'2", 240 pounds.
Everyone go look this up. Andy Reid, punt, pass, and kick. It looks like it's a joke. Like it's him, and it's like, who are these little people next to him? No, the kid's his age. Andy Reid is just like a very big man playing against like little 12-year-olds that are just like half of his size.
Yeah, it's like when you used to play football with Darnell.
Yep. I was a little guy for a while, and Darnell was a big guy. Played with a couple big fellas.
Darnell, when he was 8, maybe, he was 210.
Yep.
And his mom would sit on the sidelines and just yell, 210, Darnell, 210.
No one understands that at all. So
somebody does. Alex Horkey understands that.
When I played football when I was 9.
Yep.
I played on a really good team. I played on a couple good teams.
Yep.
And I played with the running back who was just a big guy and nobody could stop him.
But like a huge dude, but probably the 3rd fastest dude on the team.
Yep. Good. It was a good dude. But he would just have defenders clinging to him. He would just run and he'd have 4 little kids dragging onto his ankles. And he carried us to the championship. We didn't win. We didn't win the championship, but he brought us.
I don't want to say it was just him. You guys
had a good
team,
but he was the MVP of our team.
Yes.
Other than the coaching staff.
Actually, Coach D, he's the MVP.
Even though he's coach?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
He was like Ditka.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Coach D. Shout out to Coach D. Okay, we're good for football?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so MLB, first of all, I need to acknowledge and recognize a great comment by Urban Palmerell. Ray Caruth. How did I miss Ray Caruth?
That's your
terrible miss on my part. Thanks, Urban, for letting me know about that.
He likes my takes more, for sure.
Oh, he's on Team Isaac.
Yeah.
For sure.
The only member, I think. I really think...
No, there's a couple members of Team Isaac.
Not many. There's not many. It's
gotta be a couple young girls that like you.
There's a couple, but yeah.
Most people like me.
Team Isaac Nation is that's
small.
That's not a thing.
You can fit in the Mini.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
The Mini Cooper?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fit in the Mini Cooper. Yeah. Okay, so baseball, all-time bad dudes. Let's just go one at a time.
I have a couple honorable mentions.
Sure, go ahead.
So Nelson Cruz. Nothing personal. This dude just shreds the Tigers.
Freaking Tiger killer.
His numbers against Tigers, and he's done it. He did it with multiple teams, multiple different years. Nelson Cruz kills the Tigers. I remember it first with Baltimore. Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez.
Aaron Judge,
and Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez is so overrated, and he's kind of a punk.
He had one good year.
And Aaron Judge gets way too much media love for me.
Okay.
A lot of this is just like, I don't like the way people talk about them. You'll see another honorable mention, Josh Donaldson. When the Jays were good, all you would hear about is Josh Donaldson.
He's an ass.
He's not a good dude.
No.
And I understand he was good, but oh my, did he get so much love from the media? I just couldn't stand it. So again, some of it's kind of personal, but Josh Donaldson was just like, everybody talked about Josh Donaldson on TV, getting SportsCenter and Sportsnet and that kind of thing. So those are my honorable mentions. Some of these are some of these are very biased, and some of these will be agreed with.
Okay, I have 2 honorable mentions. First is Roger Clemens, obvious reasons. Ass, drugs. You just like not pitch for 4 months and then come back, and the Yankees make a biggest deal out of it, whatever.
Kind of sounds like Kyrie.
A little like Kyrie, yeah, a little bit similarities. Next honorable mention, there's going to be a little bit of controversy associated with this, but the Chicago Black Sox, except for Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Just because he's cool?
Yeah, Shoeless Joe, like he didn't throw the World Series. He hit like 360 in the World
Series.
Series.
I really liked him in Field of Dreams.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was really good in Field of Dreams. It was good that he came back and did that for us.
Yeah,
He's really good in it.
Thanks, Joe. So my honorable mentions are Chicago Black Sox. And if you don't know about the Chicago Black Sox, you're not a sports fan. You just need to look them up and learn. And Roger Clemens. Those are my 2 honorable mentions.
Okay, number 5. I don't even know if you'll remember this guy. Grant Balfour. He was a really good relief pitcher for the Oakland Athletics. And when the Tigers and the Athletics were going at it in like 2012 to 14 or so.
The name rings a bell, but I don't remember what
he got into a huge fight with Victor Martinez, and there's just lots.
Yes,
so
I remember that dude. Okay.
And Balfour was always chirping, and he was good, but he chirped so much, and he got in a big fight with V-Mart. And I remember being cool because their mouths were blurred if you watch the replay, and I just thought that was cool as a little kid. So Grant Balfour, punk, Tigers own him. And big fight with V-Mart. I thought that was pretty funny.
All right, good. Number 5, I've got A-Rod as number 5.
Easy.
Asshat, drug cheat, attention hogger. Like during the World Series, he'd announce, I'm renegotiating my contract. Like when he's not playing in the World Series. Just a goof. He put his teammates down. He's actually a half-decent announcer. I need to give him credit there.
He's going to get some huge money. I don't think he signed. He's going to get some stupid, like...
Is he? Yeah.
Tony Romo contract.
But he's a pretty good announcer, but he was an ass as a player. Mm-hmm. He's number 5.
Number 4. Now, I kind of want to put this fella higher. Manny Machado. Manny Machado is, like, universally hated, I think.
Yeah.
I don't... Like, there's not a lot of fans. Teammates hate him. That's why...
Was he the guy in the Instagram post?
Yeah. Him and another fella we'll talk about in a bit. Manny Machado, absolute punk. No one likes him. Always getting in fights.
He signed a $300 million contract or
and
something.
signed a huge deal, and he's just jumped ship because all the fans all hate him, and then the teammates hate him.
So doesn't he have like 7 years left? Or
But he's a really good player, and he has an absolute cannon. Like, his arm is nuts, and he's a really good player, which kind of sucks. But yeah, Manny Machado, no one likes, so I think I'll be agreed with him.
Kurt Schilling, racist, homophobic. He actually asked to be taken off the Hall of Fame ballot because he didn't think he was going to be voted, and he doesn't think he was going to be treated fairly. Like, he was an ass as a player, but what's happened since he's retired, a lot of his jerk tendencies have come out more, and he was fired from ESPN. Look up just Kurt Schilling, ass, and I'm sure you'll find a bunch of stuff. He's number 4.
Okay. Number 3.
I mean, the blood sock thing was actually kind of cool.
No, that's fake. That was not blood.
It was.
Oh, I don't think that's... I think it was fake.
Was it?
I believe it was fake.
Little ketchup action?
Maybe not ketchup, but something to look at him.
Okay.
Number 3, I got 2 guys. So this is like they go together. David Ortiz and Shane Victorino. Now, these 2 dudes prevented the 2013 Tigers from a World Series
freaking Grand Slam
berth
and
probably a win. Terrible. You can also add on the cop that was in the
jumping
Red Sox
up in the bullpen.
And I'm just putting the pieces together. He was a white police officer in Boston.
Maybe racist?
Probably
For
racist.
sure racist. Yep.
Probably racist.
Yep. That's a real thing.
So add him too. I'm just like I'm not judging. I'm just looking at the odds.
Maybe this is slightly slanted against the Tigers. Maybe.
A little. But I'm just looking at the odds.
No, it's fair. Yeah. It's fair.
White dude who's a cop in what's regarded as the most racist city in America. You tell. I'm just putting it out. I'm just presenting the facts.
Yeah, you can come to your own conclusions.
That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And Ortiz, I know he's a fun, goofy guy. Too much media love. Even like aside from this specific event, way too much Ortiz love. Like when he retired, you got so much love, and I don't like that. So yeah, I've done that.
Number 3 hated. I've got the 2017 Houston Astros.
Okay, so that's not past, really. That's pretty current.
Well, 2017 was 5 years ago.
I guess technically it was. I actually I have them at 2. So we'll just do, yeah.
Fair enough. They cheated. And then they kept a secret and threw a couple of dudes under the bus, which actually has probably ended up benefiting the Ties because they've got AJ Hinch, which is good.
Yeah, we like AJ Hinch though.
No, we like AJ Hinch. He's a good dude. He didn't know about the cheating.
And the buzzer thing, I think Altuve has to be atop the list. It's cool that Altuve is 5'2" and a really good baseball player. Yeah. That's cool. But like, I can't take off my jersey because I have a buzzer here. That's just so dumb.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to show the world his tattoo or something.
Something really dumb. That. And then everyone kind of put it together.
That's awesome.
So do we hate Carlos Correa now?
Oh, we hate Carlos. He didn't sign for the Tigers.
Yeah.
And he was part of the 2015 Houston Astros.
We never wanted Correa.
We never wanted Carlos.
Sorry, Carlos.
Overpaid. You're not that good.
Cheater.
We're going to sign Javi for half of what it's going to take to sign you. And he's going to have the same war over the next 5 years.
Yeah, I don't like Javi, but I guess I can't like Correa.
And
Bregman. Like so, yeah, Bregman, Altuve, Correa. Yep. I think we're the big 3.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's my 3.
That's my 2.
Your 2. I get Pete Rose.
Easy. Why?
Easy. You freaking bet on baseball. You can't bet on baseball. That's rule number 1. You can't do that. He bet on his own team that he was managing. He said, "Oh, we did bet on them every day.
Win.
Bet him to win." Yeah, but you know what? The day after, when you freaking killed your bullpen because you wanted to win, that's not fair. You bet on baseball, and you're actually a jackass too.
Is he not a good dude?
No, he's not a good dude.
Okay.
No, he was Charlie Hustle, and he had a lot of hustle, and he got a lot of hits, but he was an ass. An ass, I guess.
Number 1, Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
So
easy.
Before all of the allegation stuff, I might have him number 1. Like I know he has a following because he's actually.
What do you mean before all the allegation stuff?
Before it kind of came out that he was like a creepo dude, a bad guy.
Yeah.
He was just a punk on the baseball diamond.
Yes.
Like he was just a moron.
Oh, now it's a combo.
Now he's a punk and he's an awful person.
Yeah. So he's the asshat combo.
And he has a bit of a following because he is like. I know sometimes he does something that's kind of funny, and I guess it's just kind of it rubs people the wrong way. I don't like it. Some people like it, and he's a well-spoken guy, which I don't like. Same with Aaron Rodgers. No, he's well-spoken.
Yeah. We're not saying his name anymore.
Yeah, COVID, toe boy.
Yeah, COVID toad boy.
Toe, T-O-E.
Oh, toe.
Remember when he showed his toe?
Yeah.
Did you hear Stafford call him out?
No.
Stafford had some foot injury. And he's like, "Don't worry, guys. I won't show you. We'll leave that to other people."
Oh, yeah, that's solid.
Matt, he said something like that.
If the Rams end up playing the Packers, you know who's going to call him out?
Kelly's
going to totally call him out.
Kelly's just going to.
She's going to rip him to shreds, win, lose, or draw.
Do you know how they
Doesn't
have
really matter.
Those T-shirt cannons? Yeah. She's going to get like a pretzel cannon and just fire it off at Lambeau and throw pretzels at all the cheeseheads. That's what Kelly's going to do.
Awesome. She's going to get an Uzi pretzel gun.
So Trevor Bauer, look up. He's just an awful dude. I don't know if he's going to play baseball again.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's playing ball again. I hope he doesn't because I don't really want to hear about him anymore. So Trevor Bauer is probably my most hated baseball player.
Okay, you know my number 1 all-time hated?
I think so.
Yeah, Barry Bonds.
So just because roided up and hit some dingers?
And a huge ass. I had to have a separate section in the locker room. He was getting all the walks, and he was complaining that it was going to hurt his back because he was having to spend so much time standing on the bases after the walks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what a jackass thing to say.
Okay, so take all the roids aside. Is he still do you still hate him that much?
Yeah. He was always a jackass as a player. Like his first couple years in Pittsburgh, he was okay. Then he started to get too good, and he just became an ass. And then his head, for some reason, somehow got a lot bigger. I don't really know why that is. And
that helmet was pretty tight on him. If you go back and watch the tape.
God. No, he was a truck, and he was an amazing baseball player. He's amazing baseball off roids. On roids, he was freaking RoboCop. Like, he was so good.
RoboCop. Yeah, that's a good take.
Yeah, but just an ass.
Maybe Predator? No, Predator was old too.
Yeah, RoboCop.
Okay, RoboCop.
Yeah, more bulky.
Yeah.
So that's number one hated.
Okay, anything else?
No, good episode. Should be a good weekend.
There's UFC Saturday night, so I'm setting up the monitor and maybe having some people over. We're going to watch UFC on the monitor and then for football up on the TV.
Okay.
There's a good UFC card. I know, put on a little bit of UFC during halftime.
I admit that I never really watched UFC until the last few months when Isaac would make me watch some fights, and they're freaking awesome. And these guys beat the living crap out of each other. They're like, what's up, bro? Hey, man, it's all good.
After the
it's all
fight.
Good. During the fight sometimes.
Sometimes during.
Oh, good hit.
This is what I'm telling people. So, during halftime or when you're not watching football this weekend, and you should be watching a lot of football, just throw on UFC. Like, if you look, they're not hard to find illegally online. Not that I condone nor do this.
No, we pay. We pay every week.
But it's really easy.
Yeah, $49.99 we pay every single week.
It's really easy to find online. From what I heard.
Isaac has his friend, Dale.
No, wow. From what I've heard, it's easy to find.
It's Dale.
To find online. You look up UFC streams.
It's Alessio, too.
UFC streams. Throw on the fight. Just any fight.
Noah Alsop, too.
Noah's probably coming over to watch. So, Noah doesn't find them online. I think maybe some of his friends do, and he's going to go to their house to watch it.
Or maybe his cousins. Because maybe Sam and Kate are big UFC fans. Yeah, hey, shout out Sam and Kate.
Okay, so I'm just telling the people, watch a little bit of UFC this week.
Okay, watch football, watch basketball, watch hockey, have fun, play tennis outside. Peace out.
Yeah, tennis this weekend, right?
Yep.
Okay. See us Central Park at, 7 a.m. Saturday?
Yep, minus 18 degrees.
We'll be there.
Boom.
Okay, see you, everybody.